Hello, and thanks for checking in on Jamie and Chris's Don't Be an Idiot.
Yeah.
So we have some good topics today. Hopefully they're very entertaining for you.
Yeah.
And so but I want to start out now. So Jamie was on vacation last week.
Yeah. Sailing the Bahamas.
Enjoying the sun. So
Yep.
tell me how your trip was.
Trip was great. Can't complain. You know, we had a couple rough days in there where winds got up to 30 miles an hour. I sat still in Hopetown Harbor, which is in the Bahamas, and gorgeous area. You know, just kind of an old Bahama town. You know, we did go to a couple bars named Nippers and Grabbers, which is down there, which are both comical names to me. And Nippers, which is on the Pacific side, was basically
Pacific side. What do you mean Pacific
Atlantic side? I'm sorry,
the Atlantic side.
Atlantic side. Was lost our credit card.
Ooh.
Yeah,
and you lost your passport on the way down.
Oh my God, tell me about it. Yes, I lost my passport during a government shutdown. I was fortunate enough that there were some really good government employees, although there wasn't many of them working.
Because there was a government shutdown going on.
Yep, government
But you
shutdown.
found some good
Yeah,
ones.
you know, in Miami, I went and got a passport within 2 hours of me losing it from the plane from Milwaukee to Chicago. I put it on Facebook, which I thought was pretty interesting, and the stewardess who found the passport, flight attendant that found the passport, commented on my Facebook post that she found it and she was turning it in Chicago. I have not seen my passport again, but I actually got a new one, which was kind of due. I was due in a couple years, which, you know, it just was unfortunate. It had to be that, you know, it had to be, going to the trip. And, you know, I was like, oh my God, I got 4 other people other than my wife going down that is going to be on this boat. And I just ruined their vacation.
Well, good for her, though, right? Not for your wife, but good for the flight attendant because.
Oh yeah, it was super nice.
She could have sold it to some fugitive who looked like you.
Yeah, well, and she was a bulldog mom, which we have a bulldog, and so she was cool. You know.
So how'd she find? So she just went on the internet and typed in your name. And found
she
your Facebook
typed
page?
in my name, found me on Facebook. I had put something like, "Here's me waiting at the passport office to get my passport in Miami because of losing it on the plane," and she commented,
like, "That's that idiot."
Within I want to say within 15 or 16 hours, she didn't find it till late at night because I think she texted me or wrote on Facebook at, I want to say it was 1:00 in the morning.
Was she in Milan or something? Where was she?
No. I think she was in, I can't tell you where she was at. I think she was in Texas or something at the time, or I think she lives in Texas. But hey, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I appreciate
Shout out
you.
to what airline?
That was American. Yeah, actually it was, what is American's,
American Eagle
Encore or whatever?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But, that was a flight attendant with them. And, that was pretty cool.
So then you're down in the Bahamas. Are you snorkeling?
We did. Well, the only snorkeling I did was I threw something overboard by accident. I meant to throw something else overboard, and I threw whatever was in my hand overboard. So the only snorkeling I did was jump in to try to find the item, which I didn't find.
Was it metal?
Huh?
Was it metal?
It was metal. Yep, it was metal. Which, if I had a metal detector,
right, exactly,
I would have been able to find that, or underwater metal detector. But I don't own one. How about you, Chris? Do you own one?
I do have one. Maybe we'll talk about that next week.
Yeah. Yeah. But so I was in the Bahamas, auditioning for World's Dumbest Captain because of throwing shit overboard, and and I guess Congress was auditioning for world's dumbest politicians.
Oh my goodness! Right? I mean, boy, the light was shining on those cockroaches, weren't they?
Oh my God!
Here's a story from Fox News that I just saw yesterday. It says a Dem strategist told Fox News Digital that Jasmine Crockett is the worst candidate possible. So this is after her ridiculous rant on the House floor. Here are a couple paragraphs. Representative Jasmine Crockett, Democrat of Texas, is facing backlash on social media and labeled the worst candidate possible after she botched her facts while trying to tie Republicans to Jeffrey Epstein donations during remarks on the House floor. After a tranche of Epstein-related documents were released earlier this week, Delegate Stacey Plaskett, the non-voting congressional representative for the U.S. Virgin Islands, came under fire for texting with the disgraced financier during the 2019 congressional hearing about Donald Trump's potential conflicts of interest, which a lot of these hearings were all bogus. They were all political theater, obviously. And
I think a lot of this crap is political theater these days.
Right.
You know,
And so Jasmine Crockett, that's all it is. It's all
Right.
meant for the news cycle.
So she basically found like the dollar store version of this Jeffrey Epstein.
She did.
guy.
Well, maybe better than the dollar store. It was a Dr. Jeffrey Epstein. But this guy, I looked up who she was talking about. It was this one guy from Long Island. Jeffrey Epstein lived in Manhattan, obviously. So, if you're going to
Hey,
research
she
on
got
people,
She got the state right.
she got the state right, but who knows?
Way
She
to
may
go,
have told-
Jasmine.
yeah.
Way to be on top of your game.
She said that she asked her crack staff to find these
Or
donations.
is it crack staff or cracked
Right?
up
Yeah,
staff?
Cracked up staff. I don't know. I think they were trying to. I think they may have been trying to sabotage her because of her.
Supposedly she doesn't
recent-
treat them very well either.
That's what they say. So it's speculation. This is just speculation. But anyways, so she's on the House floor. Oh, anyone can look up at FEC records, and the Republicans should do a better job at this. But she's pulling up the wrong information. I mean, Jeffrey Epstein. You're in New York.
She's feeding a line of crap. Is what
that's
she's
like
doing.
looking for David Rosen or something
Or
in New York.
Tom Smith or something,
Yeah, like
or-
a very common name.
Yeah.
And do your homework. I mean, it's
Right.
like you just don't pull up a random name and so a random person and try to accuse them of
Well,
donating to all these people. So.
it would have took a little bit of like easy research to figure this out, right, Chris?
Right,
Because you came
exactly.
up with it.
I mean,
without-
it's easy to look at records and say, okay, this guy's associated. She's talking about how she's working these FEC files. A lot of times it says where they work, what their occupation is, their zip codes, and you can look at it and you can see, well, this guy's a physician. He's not a financier
Well,
financier
maybe
quotes like
maybe
Epstein.
Jeffrey went to doctor
right.
school and we don't know that,
As far
right?
as we know, he didn't even get his bachelor's degree.
Yeah,
So-
right. He got his extortion degree, I hear.
Exactly. That was worthy of an honorary degree,
Right.
at least, I guess, right? So, anyways, I mean, the guy he had 2 zip codes in New York City, not Long Island. He had one in Palm Beach. He had
Right.
one in Virgin Islands and one in New Mexico. And so, but it's easy,
Not
if you-
bad
if
for
you
an
do due
uneducated
diligence,
guy, right?
right? So these, she reminds me of like so many of these politicians are so full of misinformation. Sometimes you just know that they're just lying to you and like trying to deceive people.
Right.
And sometimes I think they're just not doing the homework and they don't know what the heck they're talking about. I think it's a little of each. And
Well, yeah, and she obviously didn't do any research,
Right. And
and no
she's a
one in her
bomb
staff
thrower.
did any research. I mean, it's just basically trudging up more crap.
And this is what's wrong with government and so much of in our political system right now. These are bomb throwers. These people don't want to work with each other. It's all us against them. You can't give the other side any credit. But in the meantime, American victims, the American people are the victims, right?
Right,
So,
right.
So anyways, I asked Grok to give me
Friend
a
of ours,
summary.
Grok.
Yes, it's becoming quite a good friend.
Yeah.
But anyways, I asked Grok to give me a summary of what was going on with Jeffrey Epstein donation.
Mr. Epstein.
And
How much? What kind of percentage was given to the Democratic Party comparatively to the Republican
Right,
Party?
and this is
And by the way, I'm on no side of either.
Yeah, and these are just the numbers going through. And actually, these are similar numbers, by the way, for you and I were talking about Bernie Madoff and Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were all given like 90+% to the Democrats.
Good old Bernie.
And so you can just kind of see how this all shakes out. So, but anyways, Grok says that since 1998, donations totaled approximately $250,000 to $300,000 across candidates and committees, heavily favoring Democrats, which was more than 90%. Republicans received minimal amounts during this period. So I was looking it up, just looking to see what Grok found also, actually. You see about $40,000 to the DNC Democratic National Committee.
Right.
You see another $40,000 to $80,000 to the Democratic Senatorial Committee. Obviously, you got Hillary Clinton in there. You've got Daniel Patrick Moynihan, who used to be a senator from New York, and he was a decent guy. Actually, there were two guys. There's Joe Lieberman on this list and Moynihan. And
I liked Lieberman for the most part.
They were, back from the more cordial days of politics before it became the shit show blood sport that it seems that it's become right now.
Right. So, yeah, and it seemed like they were more apt to work with the other side, which seems like no one's willing to work with the other anymore, and everything one candidate does is wrong. What's the percentages of one candidate doing everything wrong?
Right. Exactly.
It's like I always say, the end game is we all want the same thing. We all want to be happy. We all want to have money. We all want to, live our lives to the fullest. So, most of us, there's a lot of whack jobs out there.
Most of us want to live our lives, and a lot of us want to be left alone by government.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
When we see this constant fighting, like Chuck Schumer's just, the stuff that comes out of his mouth is just ridiculous. And you
trash.
just get so angry watching it, and it's like, you're not here to help anyone. You're just
it's hard
here,
for me to tune in on any of this crap anymore.
And speaking of Chuck Schumer, he was definitely one of the recipients of Jeffrey Epstein donations.
Hillary Clinton, Miss Russian,
right. She's
oligarch
the
herself.
Denier, right? John Kerry.
Go good.
A guy named Mark Pryor. I guess he was a candidate for
Richard Pryor's brother.
Yeah, but Bill Richardson. He's a high-profile Democrat.
Yeah,
who's also, I think, he's also been linked in that Epstein list for his island.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. Let's see. Chris Dodd was a disgusting person. Dick Gebhardt, former Democrat leader.
Names
got some
fitting.
other folks. Elliot Spitzer. So Elliot Spitzer, he was the attorney general for New York, but he had to resign in disgrace after he was caught with call girls, like really expensive call girls.
You can't write this
right,
shit.
Exactly. He got $50,000.
Dang.
It said it was returned later that year, and that was in 2006, and that's when the walls were first falling in on Epstein.
So he returned the money, because he found out that he was not the only scumbag.
Right, exactly. Right, exactly. Then Stacey Plaskett, that's the representative from the Virgin Islands.
Oh, I was wondering who that was. Right.
Yeah, she's the one who was caught texting with Epstein during that hearing.
Yeah, I wonder how much
Donald
she
Trump
was paid under the table to have that island.
No kidding.
And I've been by the island. I have not ever stepped on the island, but
right.
I go from the Virgin or the BVI, British Virgin Islands, to the Virgin Islands, and I take a boat from there to get to the airport, and
from St. Thomas to
Tortola. Right? Yep.
Tortola,
yeah. So from St. Thomas to Tortola, we go right by the island. I always have to look over there
or
just
Beef
to
Island.
see. Yeah, well, that Beef Island's where you fly into. So
don't you think it's funny that it's little? What was the name of the little something island? I forgot what they called it.
I cannot remember
the name of Jeffrey. It was. I thought it was just kind of ironic that it was in the Virgin Islands because obviously.
Yeah, right.
Maybe
he's
people
trying
were
to
arriving as virgins there, but not leaving as virgins.
Let me see. Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah, Little St. Thomas. No, not Little St. Thomas.
And hopefully they're not
St.
tracking
John's
my
or something.
Island.
So while you're doing that, there were a couple Republicans on this list, which was Rick Lazio from New York and John Kasich
Little Saint James.
Little St. James. That's
Yeah,
it.
he was such a saint, right?
Right, exactly. And there weren't any virgins around.
Yeah, right.
So, anyways, just a quick message to Crockett, the Croc.
Here's my quick message to Crockett.
Yeah.
Get your shit straight.
Don't be an idiot.
Don't be an idiot.
Right.
Because this crap, could have easily been researched, and you could look. It just makes you look dumb, which you
Right.
are dumb.
Right.
But it just makes you look dumb.
Try working for the American people instead of throwing bombs.
Right.
And
Like, hey,
misinforming
let's
people.
get to work and that's a good idea. Shut the government down too, right? That made a lot of sense.
I used to have a tenant named who was a descendant of Davy Crockett.
Yeah.
Obviously, she's not related to Davy Crockett.
I don't know.
But
She may be.
I thought that was kind of cool. Knowing a guy who was a descendant of Davy Crockett.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Wasn't he the one that wore the raccoon?
I think so. Yeah.
hat.
Uh-huh.
It's a good style look. I think it's coming back.
Right.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, anyways, there are a lot more people on the list. If you look at the right zip codes and find the right Jeffrey Epsteins.
Right.
And so, for those of you looking for the list,
What I think is funny is these guys returning these donations. Like, oh, damn, we got to return this stuff because he's radioactive at this point.
Because it does become, obviously, it becomes, especially during campaign season. I think if it happens right after an election, the stuff.
It's like they got hot hands.
It doesn't get returned probably if it's like January following an election. But if it's campaign season, obviously it's
They're
good-
kind of
good
like
pickings for an
they're
ad.
kind of like treating the money and Jeffrey as like hiding their old girlfriend photos from your wife or
exactly.
something like God.
So and that's just like with Bernie Madoff. Bernie Madoff went down like the December of 2008, but like October, 2 months earlier, he had given the Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee something like $25,000. It was in the middle of campaign season because it was 2008 presidential year. That was the year that Obama actually won, and so.
Did you ever see? I'm talking about Bernie Madoff. I know I'm going a little off track. Not really, but did you happen to see the Bernie Madoff thing on Netflix?
No, I didn't.
You have to tune
Pretty good
into
one,
that
huh?
because it's such a joke what our government let him get away with.
Right.
And
he was
they
the
were like,
chairman of
"Oh,
NASDAQ.
it's Bernie. Not a problem, Bernie. Are you doing this? No, you're not doing this. Okay, we're not going to investigate you."
Mm-hmm.
This is when government fails dramatically, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, at what point does government have to be accountable to the people for allowing this dirt bag to rob people of their hard-earned money?
And it's so crazy because everyone thought he was the softy. I mean,
He's such a nice guy,
Like
Chris.
Jeffrey Epstein, he was down in Palm Beach too, and people would say, it's everyone was just lining up looking for the opportunity to invest with him,
Right.
Because it was just like this guy's making millions for me or whatever, and
Right.
it was all a big scam, like some $60 billion scam or whatever.
All,
yeah. And that's horrible, and. So, anyway, on a lighter note, you want to go on a lighter note?
Yeah, let's go on. Let's talk about Texas.
Texas, So Jasmine Crockett's
Texas and Jasmine, right?
Right, exactly. So this is great. I like.
By the way, I'm a big fan of her rice.
Of her. Jasmine rice, yes.
Yeah.
I always eat it with my Indian food.
Yeah, right.
So. Let's see. Let me find my list here. Do you have a list?
I got a list. It might not be the same list you're looking at.
Let's see.
Like the greatest hits from the
Actually,
list.
I got it on my computer here. So
Here, let me see.
So I went to Grok
Grok, our friend.
and did the, you're from Texas when, and one of the things like I always thought I have a sister in Texas. And, you go down there, you go to a restaurant or whatever, you can, notice all the out-of-state plates because they're all on cars.
Right.
Everyone drives trucks down there. You're
Yeah.
the only,
The big horns on the
sedan
front, right?
Yeah, exactly. Big old boss hog kind of
Yeah.
horns.
Yeah, because they're going four-wheel driving and going to go shoot some shit up, right?
And so
Not that I'm stereotyping, because that would be completely wrong. But, yeah.
Yeah.
That'd
So,
be diesel trucks too, because you got to burn as
Right?
much shit as you possibly can.
and it's my brother-in-law has a diesel truck, and when he got it, he was like, "I'm gonna get 500,000 miles on this truck." So
So how many miles does he have? Do you know?
he's probably at least at 400 right now. He still has the truck. Stuff doesn't rust down there. So
Yeah. Well, hell,
keeps on going.
I'd keep it forever too.
So
I'm hoping to
anyways.
get the same out of my Tesla, you
Right?
know, 500,000. But see, if I had that down there, they'd know I was a visitor.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I guess you never know. I mean,
And
it's,
usually, don't they
yeah.
have like 3 trucks, like one for church, one
Right.
for shooting things, and then one to keep in their driveway, which they wax all the
I
time?
think so. I want to help people move.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. I want to help people move. No, that's the shooting things truck. I'm
Right?
pretty
Yeah.
sure.
So,
Yeah.
so this is a pretty good list. Okay, so you're from Texas when you measure the distance in hours, not miles.
Yeah,
and that is so true. It's just like the Dallas Fort Worth area. If you ever go down there at all,
I do, but I'm like in and out. So
And it's
I've
just-
never spent
yeah.
any real time down there.
I mean, you're going for a long time. It's just it's such a massive area, and so it's it's a lot of driving.
Hey, you know what? I have actually a good story about Texas.
Okay.
Years ago, we went down to visit a friend, and he was in around the Texas A&M University, and
That's in Dallas, right? Is
that
in
was
Dallas?
that's I think outside of Dallas.
Yeah.
It's in
Dallas area.
Yeah, well, no, it's in
Okay.
where is that? Texas A&M is. I can't remember.
Okay.
Remember. College Station.
Okay.
Yeah, it's College Station, right? College Station.
Mm-hmm.
So we end up going to this air show because I'm a pilot. It was me, my buddy, his wife, me, and my wife, and we drive out. We meet with some friends. We watch the show, and we're driving home, right? And it's like completely dark. We're in the middle of nowhere, which we could have probably measured it by hours.
Mm-hmm.
We're in the middle of nowhere, and the car is like hitting E.
Ooh.
And we're like on our phones, like nearest gas station.
Oh man.
Nearest gas station.
Uh-huh.
So we find this, and it says nearest gas station is like 4.2 miles, right?
Okay.
So we're driving along, still dark as can be, not a single car on the road. We pull up to the nearest gas station, which has probably been abandoned for 20 years.
Oh, no kidding. I was
And-
expecting some guy named Scooter to come.
No, and there's one pump completely rusted out. There's no store,
It's like
no
one of those
nothing.
1960s
And there's
pumps
like,
that have the
yeah,
rotating
oh, it is.
numbers.
It's totally the
Yeah,
rolling
yeah,
type, right? And we're sitting there like, oh shit. So we're sit there for a while, and we're like, well, I had to take a picture. I do have a picture of this place. I'll have to dig it up. But completely dark. There's maybe 2 houses in this little like gas station town, and and then we were like, well, we're not sure we're gonna make it to the next gas station. Good news.
There's
the
an
next
oil
gas
well right next to you.
Yeah, there was oil. We pumped it directly in and fed it. No, but good news. There was a gas station like 2 miles away. Okay, so that's
Okay.
my.
Okay.
Yeah, we
Right,
we
that's
ended up
scary,
making
right?
it
Yeah.
on fumes,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's just if you saw this picture, it was what you would think of if you
Oh, my
thought
goodness.
haunted gas
Right,
station
tumbleweeds.
in the middle of nowhere, and we were scared to get out of the car because we're like, we're gonna get killed.
Someone's going to shoot us.
Yeah, there was a bunch of trucks
Lay
around,
down
and
some Texas
Yeah.
justice.
some cow horns and some steer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So interesting. That is interesting.
Yeah, okay. So that's my story of the day.
Here's the next one. You've ever said it's not the heat, it's the humidity, and then immediately melted away. I mean, last summer, I think they had at least the Dallas area had at least a month where they were over 100 degrees every day.
Wow.
And
A
so,
month.
And so
It's like living in
yeah.
a hairdryer.
And they have they have multiple climates in Texas because you have Houston, where I've never been there, but people say it's so hot, it's so oppressive, it's just very tropical. And but Dallas, you can get ice storms or snow in January, and I think right now it's it's November right now. I think their average high is in the 60s right now. So it's not like people look at Texas and think it's like Miami, but it's definitely not maybe,
really bad.
Maybe Houston a little more, but yeah. So, anyways,
Yeah.
You've put Whataburger spicy ketchup on literally everything at least
Have
once.
you ever been to Whataburgers?
I've been to Whataburger. Actually, it was very
I'm not
good.
sure I ever have
Yeah,
been to
so
Whataburgers.
It's kind of, I think it's kind of a, I mean, especially with this line here, I think it's kind of a religion down there, you know?
Yeah?
It's like Dunkin' in Massachusetts or...
I love a good
Yeah.
burger, but yeah.
Yeah, Whataburger. So it's, I think it's a step up from fast food. you know?
Okay.
But so anyways, it's nothing like fancy or anything.
Right.
But this is great. I love this. You call a 12-pack of Dr. Pepper a Coke, and nobody corrects you.
Never had that happen.
That is funny. You know what? Oklahoma and
I have
Texas
to tell you,
are like that.
I love Coke. I can't stand Dr. Pepper.
Can't stand Dr. Pepper.
Yeah,
I
I got a
Dr.
story
Pepper-
on this too, but I'm not gonna bring that
I
one
think
up.
Dr. Pepper may be like the second highest selling cola. now.
Really?
Something
I'm
like that.
surprised.
We used
I
to
know a
look at
lot of
that.
people like it.
Yeah,
I know my
especially down
wife likes
south,
it. Yeah.
So it's maybe it's got a little more something to it than the
Yeah.
standard cola.
You ever been to a Boosie's?
Bucky's.
You ever hear it called Boosie's? We saw some video
No,
of this,
I haven't.
this little girl going, "We're going to Boosie's."
Boosie's.
Yeah, we're going to Boosie's. It was cute. But
So Bucky's, I mean Bucky's is this amazing place, though, right?
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
the
we could
Midwest
probably
is
go on a
getting some.
tangent on Bucky's, really.
Yeah, right.
You know?
And so Bucky's. So it says you've been to Bucky's just for the bathroom. Wow, they must have nice bathrooms.
They are. They're
And-
clean.
And left with $87 worth of.
Have you've
beaver
been to
nuggets.
Boosie's, right?
I think I was at one once, but
Yeah.
and it's like, I mean, they have 100 gas pumps or something.
Oh
right?
my, it's crazy. I mean, you have to buy shit when you go into Boosie's. Yeah, I call it Boosie's now because of this little girl.
I've
But-
had those beaver nuggets.
Yeah, they were all right. I don't really care for the beaver nuggets,
Yeah.
but I tell you what, they have like good brisket.
Okay.
And they've got good like food in the middle. You know, like
Probably a good chicken
yeah,
sandwich.
chicken
I bet.
sandwich. Yeah, you know all that good stuff, and it's like barbecue. I mean, it's like that Southern style, you know. But you know, at a
You get some grits for breakfast.
yeah, no, I don't think you get grits there, but and then they
Biscuits
have
and
all
gravy?
the Boosie like attire, right? You can get a Boosie's cup. I know I got something of Boosie's.
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 Interesting.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean,
You
really,
need-
if you got out with $87 and spend,
Yeah.
that's a pretty light day.
Pretty spectacular.
Yeah, you know, I think I've spent over $87. Oh, they have this. They have this sausage that you put mustard on. It is so dang
Really good,
good.
huh?
My mouth is watering just talking about it.
Wow. Well, we'll have to get you a Bucky's coffee mug.
Yeah, well, you know, send me a Bucky's coffee mug, you know.
So you know the difference between Tex-Mex, interior Mexican, and that place your tia cooks at. So I wasn't sure what tia meant, so I looked it up in a Spanish
Mother
font.
or brother or
Aunt.
aunt.
So,
Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So anyways,
Is interior Mexican mean like is that the design? Interior design?
no, I
Mexican?
think it's maybe just the heartland of
Okay.
Mexico. I don't know.
Right.
So it's
I like Tex-Mex.
right.
Yeah.
So maybe it's maybe it's not maybe it's not just tacos and burritos. Maybe it's something else. So
Yeah.
so you've argued over whose grandma makes the best brisket,
Boosie's.
beans or kolaches.
Kolaches, yeah.
So I looked that one up too. That's a beloved Texas breakfast pastry with Czech roots. Czech is in Czechoslovakian.
Oh,
So
of course, Czechoslovakian and
Right?
Texas.
So-
They're right next door, aren't they?
yeah, exactly. You never think about Czechoslovakia or the Czech Republic and Texas, but evidently there's a link there.
Yeah,
So
must be. Must
the
be.
making the best beans. There could be a lot of subcategories.
I used to
for that, right?
love beans.
baked beans.
I loved them, but they don't love me.
I don't love you.
Yeah, I used to make the best spicy beans with mustard and jalapenos.
Really?
And I tell you what, yeah, I got to the point where it was just brutal. Yeah. Not to talk about my...
SpongeBob liked beans, I think.
Did he?
He had a line that said, beans, the natural fruit. The more you eat, the more you toot.
Well,
SpongeBob is so profound.
He was, I still like a good SpongeBob episode.
Hey,
Hey,
one of the more
Patrick.
creative shows out there. I
Hey,
have to say.
SpongeBob.
That's a pretty good Patrick.
I know. I've been working on that.
So you've worn boots to a wedding and flip-flops to a funeral.
It can happen.
I could totally see that. You've said bless your heart, and it was definitely not a blessing. You get offended if someone says Texas barbecue is just grilling.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I could see that.
it's a
Texas
ritual.
barbecue is pretty serious
Pretty
business.
serious, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I bet you. I wonder how many billions of dollars is spent on barbecue a year.
No kidding, right?
I'd say it's pretty high. How many billions? Let's look that up. Go ahead. Keep
It'd
going.
be interesting you should do a search on what percentage of bottles of barbecue sauce end up in Texas versus the other states. Yeah. So you've driven 6 hours and you still haven't left the state. It's a big state, obviously. So HEB is life and will fight anyone who says otherwise. So I looked up HEB. And it's Texas's favorite grocery store chain. So I've never heard of that one before, but basically the Lone Star State's version of Publix. What Publix is the
Oh,
flavor.
HEB. I have heard of HEB.
You've heard of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, here's a neat statistic, right?
Okay.
15 billion in barbecue sales in 2024.
$15 billion.
Yep. Estimated.
Interesting.
Barbecue grills matter. I mean, this is like all barbecue stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Wow.
But yeah, I mean that's big business.
That's a lot. That's a
Billion.
yes.
Yeah.
Billions and billions.
So interesting.
So you've seen snow once in your life, and the entire state shut down for 4 days.
Yeah,
That's true with a lot of southern
I've
states.
I've been in Texas when they've gotten ice, and it is one big shit show.
right.
You people don't know how to drive.
And they don't have salt trucks or
Nope.
sand or whatever.
Nope. Yeah.
Or brine that some people use, some states and cities use. You pronounce manor as manor, manor as manor, Bexar as bear, and groon as green.
Groon?
So I'm not sure what groon is. I'm not sure
Oh.
what Bexar is.
Here am I.
Maybe they're towns.
Yeah. Fill us in if you know what they are.
Right. Let's see. You've had to explain to outsiders that the giant flag at the car dealership is normal. I see that all over the place. I think maybe it started
it's kind
in
of
Texas.
a staple now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's,
I see it at a lot of like, what is it, the camping store or whatever.
Oh yeah,
They hang that
Outdoor
big
World or
flag out
something,
there.
or,
Yeah, Camping World.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Camping World.
Yeah. No, I
Bass.
used to see that at Bob Rohrman too. They used to have a big flag.
And that's, you know what, I think that's kind of cool. So
Yeah.
it's nothing wrong with that. Your high school football stadium costs more than some colleges.
Yeah, that's amazing what they put into
Those dudes are into
stadiums.
football.
They are Friday night, baby.
Right?
I think that's the big night, and
That's
it's like
amazing.
the whole town goes nuts over that.
Right?
And
Yeah.
don't be a losing coach because they'll fire your ass.
All right. You'll get the horn.
Yeah, you'll be on the front of that truck. They'll be pulling you behind that truck
All right.
to try to keep up.
But yeah, that's amazing. I mean, and then they'll have these big ass high schools, where they're like 4,000 kids, and just then they can like optimize their like talent and pick from a bigger pool of kids. But that's still it's not fair to like a lot of kids. I think when they do that, because
Yeah.
it's nicer to have 1,000 kids or 800 kids, so all the kids get a chance to participate, right?
Right.
Yeah, let's see. You've used the phrase fixin' to in the last 24 hours. I'm fixing to do this.
I've heard people say fixin' too.
Okay. You consider Bluebell ice cream a food group, which I've seen Bluebell. I think I
Yeah, I've
remember
seen it
down
too.
there.
Yeah.
You've waved at a stranger on a dirt road just because that's what you do. That's pretty neighborly. That's pretty
Yeah.
nice, right?
I waved to
Good old
everyone.
Southern
so.
hospitality.
Yeah. I'm not even Southern and I wave to people.
Let's see. You think twice about seeing a longhorn in someone's front yard, as well as other animals, right? I mean,
Yeah.
in Texas, you get these massive lots. Like my sister would get these wild boars, and they just like dig up the yard.
Yeah.
You know, they're looking for whatever critters or whatever.
I had a friend attacked by a wild boar.
Really?
Yep.
Down
He
in
was-
Texas?
No, I think he was in Tennessee. You'd have to ask him, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he ended up getting bit by the dang thing.
Wow.
And then what happened is it caused an infection that they didn't find, but like months or years later, and it
Really?
ended up rotting out his hips.
Wow.
Which is like
You have to get, like,
drastic.
hip replacements?
He
I
did get a
presume?
hip replacement. Yeah, it was a
Holy
crazy. Yeah, you know this guy too.
Really?
But yeah, and he still got. He ended up going and hunting the wild boar that did it, or someone shot the boar
Yeah.
and they gave it to him as a
got
present later.
vengeance. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that ended up almost ending his life because
Wow.
of this wild. Because they have such a nasty, like infectious mouth,
Okay.
and once it got him, it really
I
got
could
him.
imagine they're digging through the ground
Yeah.
and everything. So my brother-in-law, so they have this, like, I think it's 13-acre lot or something. And, you know, for a while he was setting up traps for these things, which I guess get like really wild, like when they get
Right.
trapped and stuff. And
Yeah,
then,
they're vicious.
yeah, I could have. It sounds
Like I would not want to run into one of these things.
And so he would catch them, and then they would sell them to like some people who'd take the meat.
Really?
And, they kill them and
So
take
what
the meat.
they would scare me over bears because bears tend to run away.
Right?
Wild
Right?
boars aren't as like and they're smaller. They're harder
They're
to
nuts,
see.
right?
Yeah. But
So-
yeah.
My brother's going to go shooting them or something down in Oklahoma soon.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Maybe
I
it
don't know.
was Oklahoma he shot it. I don't remember
Yeah.
where it was at. I'll have to ask him.
So let's see. Okay, you think twice? Oh wait, that's sad. You've ever ended a direction conversation with "You can't miss it."
Yeah. You can't miss it.
If it's like the one building in the next 20 miles or something.
Or an abandoned gas station in the middle of
Yeah,
nowhere.
right,
You can't
exactly.
miss it.
Can't miss it. It's down, just down over yonder.
Yeah, over
there.
yonder. We'll get you there.
You know what? Or you know that West Texas and East Texas might as well be on different planets.
Oh man, that's
Which-
got to be a long haul.
Yeah, I mean West Texas, is kind of empty, right?
Yeah, and you can get land in West Texas for like next to nothing.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Did you hear about this guy? There's this crazy guy from Indiana who
I'm a crazy guy from Indiana.
Yeah, you are, right? So this guy like bought like a 5-acre lot
Yeah.
in like the least populous town
Okay.
in Texas.
Okay.
Or the least populous county in Texas. And they only have like a population of like 60 people, 70 people.
Sounds
And-
like a great place.
But they're like in the middle of that Permian Basin. So they like pump boatloads of oil out of it. So this county gets like $60 million in revenue out of from taxes on the oil that gets
Wow.
pumped out of there. For 60 people. So it's like this county is collecting like $1 million for every person basically. So there's this guy from Indiana who bought a 5-acre lot, and he's telling people, he's like, go move to my lot in this county in Texas. And, he wants enough people to move on his lot so he can run an election and take over the county and have access to all this money.
Oh my God,
I know, is that crazy? So
that is nuts.
it's a crazy scheme, but I think the government is
Gonna step in and
process
take
of
care of it.
put a kibosh on
I
that.
say we buy a 10-acre
He's
lot.
telling these people to move
And
there, yeah, right?
we buy a 10-acre lot, and we do the
Put up
same
even more,
thing, right?
And we could put up we would know how
Right.
to put up legitimate housing. He's telling these people to just like live in campers
No,
with no
hell.
plumbing or no electric.
I'll build
So-
you a house,
So it doesn't qualify as housing.
right?
So
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
that's a crazy story. You should really read that. But
I'll
was
look
like-
that up.
It's a creative scam, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So let's see. You've had to clarify that you're from Texas, not Dallas or Austin or Houston for that matter, right? I mean, if Texas is a big state, you get irrationally
Yeah.
excited when you see a Texas-shaped anything, like a waffle, a pool. This is where Texas is nuts. I remember being at with my kids. I'm down at a hotel, like down there, and they have like the free breakfast and the waffle iron. Their waffle iron was the shape of Texas.
Oh
So
my
you have to
God.
make Texas shape. Yeah. So
You know what? You got to love that. They have
Right?
the passion for their state.
They're very
And
good.
they are
Very
passionate
loyal.
people, right?
right.
Yeah.
And finally, you've read this whole list, nodding and saying "yup"
Yep.
out loud. But yeah, we can say that, but we're not exactly from Texas. but
Yep.
We're familiar with it enough. So
It's like
so
the
that's
guy in the
list.
auction show.
Yep.
Yep.
So, anyways, so real quickly, Jamie, on a different
Yeah.
note, so you told me that you were invested in this company.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
you
we're
wanna
going
talk about
that.
it?
We're going that way, huh?
Yeah, just totally like
Yeah.
shifting gears.
Oh,
here.
okay, sure. Yeah, I invested
I wanna
in
hear
a
about
company. I didn't invest a lot. It's called Octane Coffee. And Octane is basically it's a shipping container that has I think it has 3 robots in it now, and you proximity order your coffee like.
Proximity. what do you
Yeah,
mean?
like when you're in the area, you go, I know there's one over here, and it will, it'll geolocate your phone.
Okay.
So it prioritizes you based on where your position is, right?
So this way, if you're close, it'll get your stuff ready first.
Right. So
Okay.
let's say you order a coffee and you're 5 miles away. I order a coffee and I'm 2 miles away. And then people order in the middle. So what happens is this thing prioritizes where you are in the stream of getting to the box to get the coffee.
Okay.
Not like where you pull into Starbucks and you have to tell them your name because now they want to know your name.
Right.
They want to know your coffee, and then it takes you 5 minutes to get your coffee out the window. And the lady's serving you that's blue haired and pierced up everything. And it might be a guy, I don't know, you know. But at that point, so what's cool about Octane is as soon as you pull in the lot and you scan your QR code, boop, the window opens, your coffee's right there. It's just been made. You drive away, and then let's say you pull up, boop, the window opens, you grab your coffee.
All automated.
All automated.
So when
It's
you
a bunch
said
of robots.
so
Yeah.
are these humanoid robots, or are they?
No, they're
different
just
types
like,
of,
they just use the robot arms that you see in manufacturing and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
And then they use a whole system.
So
and
it's
what
got,
happens
does it have
is
like conveyor belt kind of
it
thing? Like
does.
shooting everything
And the
down,
conveyor belt is very cool. I'm not going to mention it because I don't know if it's we're allowed to mention it. But all of this is done instantaneously with no talking to any idiot on the other side. And I was thinking,
No offense to the baristas out there.
yeah, no. Well, and the thing is, the machines are all programmed by a barista. So they make the barista. She mixes it, and then she tells the machine, or I'm saying she, generally, that person is making the recipe, and then the recipe is being pushed to the machine.
Okay.
And you can change this, and you can see your sales, and you can see what's going on. If a robot goes down, then you can fix it. All you're having to do is restock these machines. There's not a single person in the
Wow.
machine.
That's pretty
So what
impressive.
happens is, I think one person can control like 10 machines, and they're
And that's-
franchising
they're
it.
They're very efficient, I'm sure.
Yeah, and I mean all these pop-up coffee, to-go places
Right.
all over the world. I mean, this is to me like the better mousetrap.
It sounds like it because there's so many times I drive past like a Starbucks or something, and you get these cars that
line
like
is
wrap around
all
the building,
around the
out
building.
into the street. You're just thinking, really? I mean, yeah,
It alleviates that problem. And the thing is, it's consistent. So like I've been to one Starbucks where I've gotten, let's say, a mocha, whatever.
Right.
And then the next Starbucks, I get the same thing. It's trash. And I'm like, why didn't it taste like the first one? It's kind of like the whole Big Mac theory, right? The Big Mac you order at one McDonald's better be
Right.
the same as the Big Mac you order at another McDonald's, right? And it should be layered the same. It should taste the same.
Right.
This is the same concept with coffee,
Very
which
cool.
is
And what's the name of it?
it's called Octane Coffee. Look it up online.
And does
Octane Coffee.
So they have a website?
They do have a website.
OctaneCoffee.com.
I think it is octanecoffee.com.
Okay.
So, but it is an interesting concept. We have 2 units. We just finally got a great location. I think we're dropping them into other places. I'm not going to say any of the names, but but now we're planning on kind of taking this out to the market, right?
And so, are they doing seed money right now or anything?
They are doing some seed money. It's funny. But I'm not sure what the details are on it. Just being an investor myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. It sounds like you're not being an idiot with that. Maybe some of the antics down in the Bahamas. Maybe.
Yeah. Well, we were pretty much idiots in the Bahamas.
That's right. You're on vacation. You're allowed to act like an idiot.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is, everyone else gets to drink except for me, who who captains the boat.
You have to be responsible.
Yep. But a lot of it is we need some help. We need some people like and subscribing. Don't be an idiot is only as good as what our audience is. Like, comment, share. Or I'm going to start going down and putting money in random political party figures for you guys, and making you fall into Jasmine Crockett's BS.
All righty, Jamie. Well, that's about it for us.
Yeah. Well, don't be an idiot, Chris. Yep. We'll talk to you later. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.